fight fans. This is where you meet the rising stars of boxing. Introducing first, he weighed in at 147 and 1/2 pounds. His impressive professional record consists of 22 victories against only 1 defeat. 21 of those 22 wins have come by way of knockout. He is the Universal Boxing Organization Continental and International Welterweight Champion. And on June 27th, he fights for the NABA Welterweight Championship, fighting out of Sioux City, Iowa. This is Deonte Sleep Walker. Deonte Sleepwalker, welcome to Introducing First.
Thanks for having me, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. If there was ever a more appropriate nickname for a boxer, I can't think of one. Sleep is awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's sleep with Z's instead of E's. That's what I tell everybody.
Exactly. The reason why I say it's so appropriate is because you're 22-1 with 21 knockouts.
Yeah, that's right.
You put people to sleep.
Yeah, I like to get them out of there.
Yeah. What is the longest fight you've had?
7 rounds. 7 rounds.
And what was that scheduled for?
Scheduled for 8 rounds.
Okay, so you got him out just in under
just in the nick of time. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you've got a fight coming up on June 27th in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yes, sir. My opponent's name is Frederick Lawson. He's well decorated. He's fought his last 4 fights have been against world champions Virgil Ortiz, Giovanni Santillan, Alexis Rocha. So he's fought some top names on big stages. And he's 31-6 with 23 knockouts. So he has as many knockouts as I have wins, essentially, or fights. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be a tough fight for me. But man, I haven't felt more ready. Like, this camp going so smooth, and I know we had to reschedule that interview because I had sparring. Yeah. But man, that sparring, right now I'm in fight shape already. Like, I just feel amazing. So he's gonna. I know he's gonna bring it, but he's gonna really have to bring it to get me out of there.
So is that a championship fight, because you're the Universal Boxing Organization International Welterweight Champ, and then also the UBO Continental Welterweight Champion?
Yes, sir. This is gonna be a fight with the it's gonna be for the NABA WBA welterweight title.
Nice.
So yeah, so basically I win this title, I'm sticking my foot in the door to becoming a world champion, and that's my whole goal. With boxing, I want to be a world champion. I'm right there. I'm right on the stair steps.
So would you say that the June 27th fight is your biggest step up in competition?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. This is definitely going to be my toughest test. Like I said, he's been tested by some high names in the boxing industry. Obviously, Virgil Ortiz is the biggest one that I follow.
Sure.
And I see it as if I can handle business just like he handled business, then I need to be in the conversation with those guys.
Absolutely. Deonte Sleepwalker is our guest here on Introducing First. Very interesting story that you are. I've been excited to talk with you because doing my research, you've run a half marathon at 6:20 pace. Dude, that's sick. That is sick, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I
used to run track. So boxing is I did football and track, and boxing feels like a mix of both of those, Yep. Violence and speed.
And endurance.
And running, I should say. Yeah,
and endurance.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I want to talk with you about what you did prior to boxing, because look, man, you can just look at the pictures of you running around the track right here. That physique is freaking incredible, man. So I knew you had prior athletic ability in a prior career. So how far did you go in football and in track?
I made it to the college level. I went to a NAIA school there, and they actually ended up winning the national championship. But I didn't go too long because, honestly, when I went to college, it was a different version of myself. I was lazy, and I used the COVID pandemic to get out of college. I used that as an excuse. Honestly, it was easier to graduate or finish college during that than I made it out to be. But I made it a year, 1 semester, or 2 semesters, I mean, at college, and then I dropped out and ended up selling cars for a little bit. And then I just realized I was wasting my potential and kind of just going with the flow of things,
Well, so
And
two
I
things,
wanted to.
two follow-up questions with that. Number one, what were you majoring in?
I okay. So I first went in for exercise science, and
Okay.
like I said, I was lazy. I took an anatomy class, and they had me dissect a rat the first day, and I was like, "Nah, this is too hard. I'm gonna go to marketing." So I went to marketing, and yeah, look, come on, marketing. I could do that now.
That's a good skill to have as a professional boxer,
It is. It definitely is.
to
It
market
definitely is.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And
All
I'll
right,
say
so
this: if I wasn't lazy, then I wouldn't be a boxer today. So
well,
that's the
that's
blessing and the bad.
you can't be lazy and be a boxer. So how'd you turn that thing off? How'd you turn lazy
I
off?
I joined a gym called 15th Round Boxing, and lazy does not fly there at all. And they push you to become the best version of yourself.
All right, what does the date of October 22nd, 2021 mean to you?
I believe.
That's the day you say that you decided to make boxing your life.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that. Okay. That was a Friday morning. And it was me and another teammate that no longer boxes with me anymore.
Because
But
he doesn't want to get his
since
ass kicked.
uh yeah, basically he kicked my ass. That's what
Really?
happened. He kicked my ass, but I also showed some grit and I bit down and before those spars I was kind of like they had to stop him early, but that day the coaches just let me continue to get my ass kicked and I didn't go down not once. And I was still selling cars at the time, but about a week later, I decided that I wanted to pursue boxing full time. And so, like I said, a week after that, I quit my job at the car dealership and just fully dove into boxing. And I didn't have a plan on how I was gonna afford anything or anything like that. I just was like, I'm just gonna figure out how to get it done. And then that's kind of when the journey started that day.
So does boxing pay the bills?
What's that?
Does boxing pay the bills now?
Not quite yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Yep.
So,
I'm actually at my job right now. I work at a restaurant and they pay me in free coffee. No,
oh,
I'm
there
just
you
kidding.
go.
I'm just kidding. I get paid good too, but yeah, we're just about there. We're just about there. Just got to keep on working hard.
So when you win this fight on June 27th, you'll be right at the doorstep, if not inside the door then.
That's right. That's right. So this is like the biggest fight of my life at this point.
So do you feel pressure then?
No, I don't feel pressure. You know what? I work too hard to feel pressure. Usually pressure comes from not feeling prepared and I do everything right. I get my runs done, I do my strength and conditioning, and then obviously I'm doing my shadow boxing, my bag work, my sparring. I actually have a 4-0 professional boxer in my gym. He's actually 17. His name's PJ Monteiro, Mr. Hawaii, and he's the sharpest boxer you'll ever see. But he keeps me sharp. He's quick. He's fast. He catches you if make a mistake. I'm doing everything right. I have no reason to feel any pressure.
Is he slick like Mayweather?
Man, he might be slicker than Mayweather. I don't know.
Really? Wow. That's saying a
Yeah,
lot.
like I say, he's 17. He's a phenom. I would say he's a phenom.
A couple of weeks ago, I was talking with another NABA fighter named Trayshawn Wiggins, Trigger Trayshawn, and I asked him about pressure, because as you guys are climbing the ranks, as you guys are climbing the ladders, one bad performance could knock you back down. And he
Right.
got talking about nerves and all that kind of stuff. And it's my favorite saying, and I think I invented it, but maybe I didn't. I never say good luck to anybody, especially an athlete, because if you've
Yes.
done the
Yeah, I
training,
love that.
if you've done the preparation and you believe in yourself, continued success. is what I always say, because you've got
Absolutely.
what if you're relying on luck in boxing, dude, you are going to get your ass whooped.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck. Oh, you
No,
mentioned
yeah,
coffee.
I'm glad you say that, because usually when people tell me good luck, I say none needed, but thank you.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, thank you. I mean, they mean well. That's a it's such a cliche saying that it just comes out of the mouth. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
and you answer it correctly. Thank you, and none needed. That's perfect. Yeah. So you mentioned you're drinking coffee. In order now: coffee, boxing, sun. How's that? How's those top three end up?
Obviously boxing,
Number one.
and then I'm gonna go sun, because sun does a lot for me too. And then
Okay.
I'll go coffee.
Wow. How do you like your coffee?
Bro, right now I'm just drinking it black, but if I'm gonna get fancy, I might do like I don't know, a lavender latte or something like that. I don't know.
No kidding. I love lavender honey latte is my go-to.
Bro, really? That's
Yeah.
what's up. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Man,
Yeah, I got a cool little coffee shop here in town that makes a good one.
you and I have so much in common. It's pathetic. It's crazy. So you've run a half marathon.
Yes, sir.
I've been known to run a little bit, not at the pace that you run. Holy smokes, man. Dude, you did that. It's 6:20 pace. That's under 1:30. That's
I know.
under an
You
hour
know
and a
what I
half.
did? There was like there was like a National Guard marathon team, and they were running, and they all had like they were all fast, but they all had their own paces. So I just kind of kept up with one. They was like, okay, it's a little too fast, and I'd fall back. Then another one would come by. I'm gonna keep up with him, and then you could see it in my pacing, like it's like whoop 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 whoop.
So it wasn't
So
an
I had
even
some
pace
pacers.
race.
I gave myself some free pacers.
Well, good. Hey, pacing is great, especially
Yeah.
that was your first one, right?
Yeah, that was my first half marathon. Not
Yeah.
obviously I ran a half marathon in training, but that was like my first race.
Yeah, you weren't trying to push the pace in training. It's just all about getting the endurance up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I love the way that you break down how a boxing match is kind of like the unveiling of your car. You've been in the shop, you do the body work, you do the detailing and all that stuff, and then the boxing match itself
Yeah.
is, it's to celebrate. That's the way I look at races.
That's the race. You got to take the car out to the track and test her out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's the kind of the mindset that I use in running is that, I put all the work in the garage, and then the race is just a celebration. The match is just a celebration of
Yeah,
everything you've
exactly.
done. Yeah. How much when you have another guy across the ring from you staring at you and his objective is the exact same as yours, how do you not think about that?
Oh,
Is it
I
just a
mean, I think that's all I think about is he's trying to hurt me, so I'm gonna try and hurt him more. You
okay?
know?
Yeah.
I think that's a good motivation right there. Like I just can't lose. I gotta break this dude's soul. That's all I think about.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can think about is,
Yeah,
if he wins, I'm getting beaten up. If I win, I'm
yeah,
doing the beating.
exactly, exactly.
Did football with that contact, and what position did you play?
So in high school, I was a middle linebacker
No, I knew it.
and running back. I played all over the place. I didn't come off the field really.
Yeah.
And I was a running back as well. And then when I made it to college, they moved me to safety, and that was my spot. I love safety because I just I just like to hit people hard. And I had 12 yards running, start, run down, build a gap, and you could really crack people.
Yeah.
And obviously, it shows that's how I box too. I love hitting people hard. I love it.
What's your style?
I'd say I'm a boxer puncher. I'm a little bit of both. I can be slick Willie, but when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be trying to get you out of there.
Of course. Well, with 21 knockouts and 22 fights, you're doing a good job of that.
Thank you, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely. So when you talk about the collision in football, did that prepare you for the kind of physicality or the punishment in boxing?
Yeah, I can definitely say that like mentally, like having to like run through somebody, like I think that was instilled in me early. And actually growing up, I was a really small, skinny kid that wanted to be a defensive end. So like growing up, I was playing on the defensive line, going against people who are 2 times bigger than me. And I think that just, created a dog in me. I hated being little when I was smaller, or when I was younger, but now that I look back on it, it just instilled like uh I, I don't know, like a fire in my soul that I gotta, always rise up. I'm always gonna be level under people, so I gotta work harder than people.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So the fighter is in the ring doing all the punching by himself, but there is a team behind the boxer gets them prepared. Your team is obviously your trainer. 15th. Was it 15th round promotions?
15th round promotions. Yep. George Giovannis is my coach, and Angelo Giovannis is my promoter and manager.
Mm-hmm.
And they're brothers, so they're almost like one person. They just work together, and I everything that you see is because of them. Like when I first started boxing, I couldn't even throw a jab, and now I'm doing what I'm doing.
What?
Actually, I want to say a story too. I remember I first started boxing. They just opened the gym here in my hometown, and I had just gotten a job at a car dealership. And I remember telling my promoter, Angelo, he wasn't my promoter at the time, obviously. He was just like coach. But I remember telling him, I'm like, hey, I got my realistic dream job. And they were trying to get me to like commit to boxing, right? And he goes, yeah, now your next dream job can be a professional boxer. And I laughed at him. And I look back at that all the time, just because every day they show me that there's I can expect so much more out of myself. I don't limit myself anymore, and that's why I can confidently say that I can have a goal of becoming a world champion.
Even in training, it tests you. It tests you
Yeah,
mentally. You know, do I have another 3 minutes in me? Do I have another minute in me? Whether it's jumping rope
yeah,
or sparring.
yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And my coach always says you should leave every day feeling like you lost. And then, you leave every day feeling like you lost in some way, whether you got beaten sparring or you work so hard, you're just ready to get up out of there. Your feet hurt, your legs hurt. You did it right. And then fight night comes, you don't lose in fight night. You can't lose. You can't lose.
Well, and if you act like you've lost that day in training, then you come back even hungrier the next day to make up for that
Exactly. Exactly. I gotta
deficit that you
fix
felt.
this. I gotta
Yeah.
exactly.
So we
Exactly.
we were talking about who was in your corner. How about what kind of family do you have?
I got my mom and my grandma are my biggest supporters, man.
Nice.
And I got
Could
a
you
little sister
could you
over there
do it
too.
without their support?
I don't think no, I couldn't, man. I couldn't. They're my biggest supporters. My mom is the reason I ended up getting back into boxing. She just kind of I'll tell you another story too. When I was selling cars, I had stopped going to the gym. I sold cars for 6 months. Didn't go to the gym one time. I got a motorcycle. I was being a dumb kid. And she sent me a picture of my freshman year of high school after a football game. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I looked the same. Pencil neck, skinny arms. And I said, ooh, I got to get back in the gym.
So where does this self-motivation come from?
uh Man, I don't know. I think it's that thing where, growing up, I was always the smallest kid, so it's like I had to, work harder than people. And I feel like boxing is one of those sports where hard work can take you all the way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it without
Like
hard work, you go nowhere.
there's so many talented boxers out there, but they just can't, go to the next level because they're not disciplined, they don't work hard, they don't do something right. They could be the best, but they just don't have the work ethic.
Well, a couple things I want to talk to you about with where boxing is taking you. But what you're talking about right there, I did a conversation a while back with a sports psychologist. Okay, a mental. He's worked with 7 NFL Hall of Famers. All right, and he
Yeah.
said, and getting to what you just said, he said I can give a 17-year-old quarterback the blueprint on how to become an NFL pro, an NFL star, and I will ask them the next day, so what'd you do at 4 o'clock in the morning? Did you get up and do your workout? And they're like, nah, you know what, man, I stayed out till 2 in the morning with my friends last night. Now, that ain't the
Yeah.
discipline that you need to get to where they want to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you talked about where boxing can take you. Let's talk about where boxing has taken you. Greece, Colombia. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. I don't think there's a better
It's
education in the
amazing.
world than traveling.
No, you're serious. I wish I would have went to a Spanish country when I was in high school taking Spanish class because I would have paid a whole lot more attention.
Yeah. So
But
what were those 2 trips for? Were you boxing in tournaments?
I so and we've been to Colombia numerous amount of times.
Okay.
We've been to a bunch of different cities, Cucuta, Medellin, Bogota, and I forget the other ones, but uh we just went, to get some fights in down there. Then Greece was a training camp trip, and it was a celebration of defending my international UBO title.
Nice.
And we went there for a whole 5 weeks, and that is why I ran such a blazing pace at that half marathon.
Yeah.
Because I was running 6 miles in sand every single day. There was this castle at the top of the hill that was up 99 or I'll say 999 steps, basically 1,000.
Yeah.
And I ran up that at least twice a day. I was walking all over. I was sparring, Greek boxers, and they have no quit in them. They're Greek, they got that warrior blood in them.
Yeah.
And I did a couple spars where I went 15 rounds, and man, it was just a amazing training camp. And I'll say this too: before I started boxing, I said I didn't need to leave the United States because it's got everything I need, and that's how shallow-minded I was before I started boxing.
Yeah. Well, like I said, traveling is the greatest education you're going to get. Also, I think
Yes, it is.
when you were over in Greece, and you brought back a little bit of Phidippides, who ran the original marathon, because
yeah, baby.
You probably brought a little bit of his spirit back. And
I
that's
bet.
another reason why you ran that sub 130 half marathon.
Yeah, I bet that's right.
So
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's where the original marathon was run, from
Yeah.
Phidippides. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I wish I could say that I would love to run your first marathon with you, but we'd be only at the starting line together, my brother. You would be so far ahead of me. It wouldn't even be.
My goal that summer was I wanted to run 10 miles in under an hour.
Yeah.
I was 2 minutes away on that race, but this summer I'm definitely hitting it. There's no doubt about it. I'm definitely hit it. I
speed.
did a little performance test last week or the week before, I can't remember. I did 6 miles. I got it done in 36 minutes.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
So
man.
that would have been on pace for that hour,
Yeah.
10 miles.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have no doubt you'll get it. I have no doubt you'll get it. Physically, you're definitely capable of doing it, and mentally, you're already there. So, I mean,
Yes, sir.
if people say, "Oh, I wish I could run a marathon," well, do you want to? No, not really. Well,
Yeah.
then, yeah. If you want to, you'll figure out a way to get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what's the dream in boxing?
I want to become a world champ, and I want to just be able to give back to all the people that helped me. Obviously my coaches have took me all this way, and my main goal is give back all the time and hard work that they gave to me. They work multiple jobs to be able to put on the shows and get me fights and everything. And I just want to be able to give back to them. That's my main goal with boxing.
Okay.
I want to give them the life that, we're all working towards.
Well, yeah, and not only that, but also a big, huge feather in their cap when you say they trained a world champion.
Yeah,
that'll help their business.
It's about time, man, because they've trained so many. They've gotten a boxer to the top 10, 2 boxers to the top 10% on the planet. They've had multiple other boxers that they just can't hang with the work ethic and the intensity that they bring. And I want to be the one that says I could hang and I could keep up and I could give them what they were looking for, a world champion,
When you become world champion, obviously the money gets a little bit bigger. How do you reward your 2 biggest supporters?
Oh yeah, mom is going on a trip to Greece.
Okay.
And grandma might come with her too.
Nice. That'll be.
Yeah. I just called my mom the other day on Mother's Day, and she said she wants to get to Greece sometime. I said, "Don't worry about that, Mom. I'll get you there."
How satisfying will that be to be able to provide that for them?
Man, it'll be extremely satisfying because like they've done so much for me my whole life, my entire life. They're my number 1 supporters.
So what would mean more, the title or being able to honor and reward them?
Well, for my coaches, getting the title is going to be honoring and rewarding them because,
right.
Like I said, they got to say that they made a world champion. But I think it's a mix of both because that title is going to bring rewards to everybody, not just me.
Yeah. And how proud will you be?
I'll be real proud. I'll be real proud. I can't wait for the day. I can't wait for the day.
How far down the road do you think that is?
I think it's a couple years, maybe a year. I don't know. We're just, it's great. My coaches do a lot for me, like I said, and I just take it one day at a time. Always just show up to the gym, get the work done, and take it one step. I even think about that on my runs, 1 step at a time, 1 mile at a time, 1 hour at a time, whatever. You know what I mean? Like just keep on working, be consistent, and the rewards will come, the fruits will come one way or another.
It's cliche, but they always say the only way to eat an elephant is 1 bite at a time. The championship is the elephant, and you have to get there 1 step at a time. So yeah, while you have that in your future and in the distance,
exactly.
If you start looking that far, you're going to be overlooking a lot of things that could get you there.
You can't look at an opponent's record and be like, this is going to be a tune-up fight. This is going to be a cakewalk. No, this dude's coming here. He's trying to kill you too. He's trying to, progress his career in some way. He's trying to be on top. So you always got to look at it like that, 1 fight at a time. And, just don't overlook nobody. Don't look past anybody.
No, you can't. You can't.
Got to be consistent.
Absolutely. Consistency and committed and dedicated, which you are. And I have no doubt that we're going to be talking sometime down the road with you wearing one of those straps around your waist and over your shoulder, my friend. It's been a great conversation. I'm really happy that we were able to link up, and I wish you nothing but the best success and the greatest success in your career and in life too, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kevin, and I appreciate your interview too. You looked into a lot of things, and I enjoyed talking with you. It just felt like I was chopping it up with a new friend.
Yeah, dude, we're new friends.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right, Sleep. You go.
Yes, sir.
You go get that coffee fix, situated there, and then hit the gym and have a great workout today. And
yes,
much success on June 27th in St. Paul. I know you'll do great because you're committed, you're dedicated, and you believe in yourself, and that's all you need.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Take care, my friend.
Yes, sir. You as well.
This has been Introducing First, Deonte Sleepwalker. Introducing First is a presentation of the NABA. Hosted and produced by Kevin Klein. Executive producer, Andrew Kapolsky. Please follow and subscribe and join us next time for another candid conversation with one of boxing's rising stars. Until then, thank you for watching.